Hey y'all, it's Akiria, aka AK, and today I will be talking about family, boundaries, and things that I have learned. So let's go ahead and get it popping. We're going to start with mutual respect. Mutual respect. I was in therapy once, and the first time I heard this was from my therapist, and she told me because I was having a lot of resentment and issues toward this older family member. And she told me that we are on equal grounds. Respect goes both ways. That person cannot just disrespect me, talk to me as though I'm a child, not anymore. And that's another topic about how children are the most underprotected and have the least rights in this society. I agree with that wholeheartedly. But she told me that. She said, you don't have to accept that disrespect. You were both adults. It does not matter that she is older. Baby, that blew my mind because in the Black community, I think across the diaspora, it's like someone's older than you, that's your elder, they can pretty much get away with murder when it comes to you, but you better not say nothing. Zip it, shut up, lock away the key, throw it away because you're still younger. And a lot of times they still view you as a child because they've seen you grow up, they've seen you your whole life. So it just blew my mind that it was like, wow, I actually can demand respect. Like, if this relationship is gonna work, we're gonna to have mutual respect for one another. And I've always pushed back as a child, but I'm a child. What can I really do? You know what I'm saying? You depend on all these people for safety and security. But as an adult, that really lit me on fire. So that's one thing I've learned is that no matter the age gap, and I do believe in respecting people who are older than you, they have a level of wisdom and they've lived life. So I'm not saying totally throw that rule out, throw the baby out with the bath water. However, we don't have to just accept the disrespect or lack of respect just because someone in our family is older than us or provides for us or is even our parent. It, honestly, mutual respect, it goes both ways. And you're an adult and you are entitled to that respect as long as you are giving it. That is a standard you can set for yourself. So that was something that I learned with family. Mutual respect, okay, period. And hopefully with that, I think a lot of people can attest to that not being the case in their families, but I would hope that adults who are your senior in your family dynamic already can carry themselves with some sort of grace and wisdom and care that you would not have to be entertaining the fact of whether you're receiving respect or not. But I know that's not the case. So for those who this is the case for, mutual respect. Okay, now let's move on. I've learned that it is okay to walk away. It is okay to walk away from your family of origin. It is okay to walk away from any dynamic that is not serving you at a high level or holding you in high regard. But in the family of origin, a lot of us, it's our family of origin. It can be very scary, but I have learned that if you are in harm's way or people are consistently or constantly putting you in harm's way, or they just have little to no regard for you, your well being, your feelings, your boundaries, your emotions, it is okay to walk away. I will say for me, it has taken years, and I haven't completely walked away from my family of origin. I still interact with them. I just was with them on Mother's Day. However, the level in which we engage is very minimal in comparison to, like, let's say a decade ago or when I had no choice as a child. So even if you aren't planning to walk away, it is okay. And I think highly encouraged, if it's a dysfunctional situation, to create that space or to walk away if you can or feel the need to do so. I will say therapy is a great tool to help assist you with these things and to sort through different issues you may be having or holding on to within different dynamics, especially when we talk about childhood trauma, et cetera, et cetera. So I would definitely recommend, if you've not already been to therapy, going and just unpacking a lot of things, especially if you know you need to move from this, but you don't feel like you have the tools or the wherewithal to, get out of the situations. But at base, I just wanted to put it out there that it is okay to walk away from your family of origin. You do not have to be tethered to these people for the rest of your life, okay? It's fine. It's fine. You can walk away. Just make sure that you have the help that you need, because you don't have to do any of this stuff alone, right? All right, boom. It's okay to walk away. All right. And last but not least, you can set boundaries with your family of origin and different dynamics within there. You can absolutely set boundaries. As I said before, as a child growing up, what are boundaries? A lot of people didn't respect boundaries for children growing up. I definitely experienced that. And, as an adult, it has taken a lot of, like I said, therapy and just a lot of different gathering of different skill sets and tools and mentorship, or just coaching and things and just reading and stuff like that, to understand that it is okay to set boundaries, and then how to go about doing that. And then what happens when this person doesn't respect your boundaries. I know for me, becoming a mom really kicked that into overdrive of like, this is what I will and will not tolerate when it comes to my children, because now I'm raising the next generation. So it really shifted things for me, and it also showed me how to set the boundaries before I have to get reactive. Because a lot of what I was doing growing up, adolescence, early 20s, and things like that, and all throughout the 20s, really, and I still, I'm so much better now. I'm not perfect. I'm not, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But what I'm saying is that as I was growing and maturing, a lot of times I found that I was just reactive. I was reacting. I was flying off the handle. I was and I'm having all this anger and this rage and all these things, and I'm fussing folks out, getting into it and stuff like that, fighting. Lord Jesus, now these hands are for healing, okay? But I didn't have any boundaries. That's why I was having to react and go off and do all these things, and it felt good. It didn't feel good overall, but it felt good to let the steam out from shit I had been holding in since childhood. But I didn't have any boundaries. So then I learned that I can actually set boundaries and what that actually looks like. Because a person who does not have boundaries does not automatically make them safe. And what I found that is, as like, growing up in a family, as a child, with all these, your boundaries being ignored, you not even being taught what the fuck a boundary is. And if you did want one, people are crossing it left and right, because who the fuck are you in their brains? You know what I'm saying? As you become an adult, you're like, what the hell is that? I found out I ain't really have no boundaries. So then it was like, okay, boom. It started clicking. And then I had children. It was like, oh, fuck this shit. Oh, no, 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 no. We got to get some things clear right here, right now. This is my boundaries. We will not be saying these things, da, 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 da. Especially for them and also for me, because it's like, I have to set the example and lead for my children, right? So that was just my journey. You may not have children or desire them, you may, whatever the case is. It is okay for you to set boundaries and look into what that means to set a proper boundary. And then also look into, am I setting a boundary or am I reacting? Because a lot of times people are going to cross boundaries, but that's what the boundaries are for you. Because a lot of times we think, oh, lashing out and doing all this is setting the boundaries, but the boundaries are to help us, to prevent us from ever even having to get to that point. And then if you find that you're in situations and dynamics within these and within the family, and they just can't respect your boundaries, well then it's time to go. It's time to go. Or minimizing, time around that person or those people, whatever the case may be. But anyways, thank you all for listening. I really appreciate it. Let me know down below what you've learned about your family of origin and setting boundaries and things of that nature. I really appreciate you all for listening. Yes, you can set boundaries. Thank you, lovely people, for watching. Mwah. Have a wonderful and blessed day.